What's up, fam? Hey, thank y'all for tuning in once again. Be sure, as always, to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And when you do subscribe, hit that notification bell so that every time I drop a video, you will be the first to know about it. Today, didn't I say we weren't gonna make this a relationship channel? But anyway, I saw a post on maybe Facebook or Instagram, one of the reels or stories or what have you. But it was a post of a TikTok video. And I think the name of the TikTok account is I Cook for My Boyfriend Every Day. So you know, whoever made that, know they was gonna get a whole lot of backlash from quote unquote modern women. So I'm looking at it, and naturally I go to the comments because you want to see what people are saying about a person who cooks for their boyfriend every day. Now, the meals look immaculate, stupendous, scrumptious, or whatever you want to call it. They look like great, high class meals. Now, one lady, she using salmon and asparagus and potatoes. Seems on quite a bit of posts, but hey, that's okay. If that's what you're good at, and if it's doing the job, then why, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? But anyway, like I said, it's a bunch of meals on there, a lot of meals, a lot of nice looking meals, good meals, like something that seemed like the woman took time to create for her boyfriend. But you go down to the comment section again, and to no surprise, these women, or this woman, whoever it is, because the one woman with the asparagus and the salmon, she has a website. Well, I guess it's like a Spotify page where you can go and buy. Like, she got a book of recipes. It's like $6 for like 10 recipes you can buy. I mean, so naturally, she loves cooking. So I mean, if that's her skill set, then why don't she just use that, for the benefit or the good of her man, whether he's a boyfriend or fiance or what have you. But again, a lot of hating going on these links. And so we're gonna go over a few of these comments so we can break it down to try to figure out what the delusion or the disconnect is. We know there's delusion for sure. But we're gonna see exactly, wonder why don't a lot of these people understand the whole premise to courtship. So here's one comment from T Lovely 1983, and she says, what men don't tell us is cooking for them doesn't get you a ring any faster. They are willing to take what we give, and they will be less inclined to marry you in return. Why? They're getting husband treatment without making you his wife. Just quote unquote food for thought. Miss T Lovely 1983. The problem with you saying is, when we're talking about he getting husband material and not being a husband, it'd be nice if you could have explained what exactly should she do. A lot of these women, that's what I want to know. A lot of women who say that women shouldn't do certain things for men, but you want everything from a man. The question is, what exactly should a woman be doing in order to get her the man that she wants? I mean, it's okay to go on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You see a plethora of videos of women half naked, whether like short shorts or workout shorts or bikinis or real tight clothes, and they have no problem walking, sashaying, showing their backside, twerking, doing glute exercises, accentuating their rear ends or what have you, and their hips. Got no problem with doing that, right? But a woman who is actually, quote unquote, as one guy said, presented the new thirst trap, she's showing her goods by cooking for her man. What is the difference? My thing is you're okay with allowing a man to clap your cakes, but yet you don't want to make him a cake? Make it make sense. Another comment says, what's the name? Yash First says, why bother with marriage when you are already getting this type of treatment? Shaking my head. But a commenter said, but a comment F97 rebutted, because you know she can handle it. She's not like these other women who think they can all of a sudden be a wife once they get a ring. Real one knows it takes practice and consistency. Exactly. And that's one thing I was wondering, like, do these women actually think you can sit around, do nothing? You know what? They may do, because you know what? Because as a matter of fact, in the example and the proof is in the man that they choose. I think women do believe all they got to do is sit around, do nothing. The man gonna come, sweep them off their feet, and treat them like a queen. And then once that happens, they'll start cooking. They believe in that pipe dream. But how do I know this? Because of the men they pick, a lot of them, they get guys who do nothing, sit around the house, ain't trying to do anything for himself, let alone her or anybody else. But y'all date these dudes, y'all move in with the dudes, or have these dudes move in with you on quote unquote potential, thinking that maybe he's thinking like you, and once y'all get together, he's gonna change. And then you realize he was a sorry ass then, he's a sorry ass now, and he's gonna probably be that way for a long time. And now you're frustrated because of the choice you made. But men don't think like that. Real men don't think like that. We see what we like the potential. There's something in you from the jump that makes us want to be with you. Now, is it something that's going to make us want to be with you for a long time, or something that's going to make us want to be there temporarily? It depends on your skill set, right? Another comment, Empress Jasmine Alexis, good for her. I hope he marries her and is a good man, because imagine doing all this for a guy who does you dirty. Sounds like she's been in a bad relationship. By the time you meet the right man, you'll be tired from going over and beyond for all the guys from the past that didn't deserve it. I personally believe in saving all your energy for hubby so you can give him your all. Saving it for what? Because if you save it and he don't see anything, he's not going to marry you. What are you saving? I guarantee you're not saving your body. So what are you saving for marriage? You got it backwards. I'm telling y'all, when you get these BS boyfriends your all, they deplete you and you don't have much left to give your actual husband. But again, good for her. Sounds like she's being facetious, but good for her as long as she's happy and enjoy it. Okay, whatever. Another comment said, another lady, Lisa Hart, she said, I cooked for my boyfriend before we got married. What's wrong with that? We've been married 37 years. And I cook most every day for him. He cooks for me too, especially breakfast on his days off for weekends. It's very sad that doing nice things for people is considered a bad thing. See, that's just the modern way of thinking, that you can get something for nothing. And I want to know how many women can truly say that worked for them in a positive way. And the last comment I'm going to read, Venus D. Medicia said, boyfriend though? Question mark. And then Alex, something, commented, I know, right? Cringe. And Jayla Yaj said, how exactly is that cringe? We don't even know anything about her relationship. And Just Cool Out stated, so y'all don't cook for y'all's boyfriend, but 90% of women out here posting memes about how they want, and I cut it off, but I know it says somebody how they want a husband and stuff, but you ain't doing nothing. So again, the point of what I think was everybody's missing with these comments is proving that people are not understanding why, and I'll say it again, courtship is so important. Now, it has to be brought back nowadays. Because the way things are going, it's never going to get better. And everybody thinks they're right. And if you're right, your life will be exactly the way you talk about it. If you feel it's no good, because courtship is like this. This goes back to the ancient history, to the beginning of time. One, it involves parents, the mother, the father, the elders in the community, the church, whatever. And they look at these two kids, figure out to make sure that these two kids will go perfect together. They look at the families, how the families are structured, what the families have to offer to each other. All in all while, the two people that are supposed to be courting, they are courting each other. And they are showing their skill set to the person that they're trying to be with. Which means that their parents and their grandparents and the elders in the community have taught them since they were babies how to be husbands and wives, how to be men and women, how to be pillars of the community, doing community service, how to be givers and not takers. So when they get to a certain age and it's time for them to branch out, to go out and to get into relationships, they have all the tools that they need to go out there and to find or to be found by the other person. If you do not have these tools, if you are not taught these tools, which include like talents, education, vocation, knowing about finances, before you go out there trying to court somebody or dating or whatever you're doing, you setting yourself up for a harder time, for a harder life than what it has to be. For instance, let's say you can't cook. Let's say you refuse to cook for your man. At first, this is where, like I said, the problem with all the physicality comes in, when it comes in too early. You lust after each other, you know what I'm saying? And you jump in the bed, like I'm saying, clapping cakes, swapping fluids, whatever the case may be, getting all emotionally involved. Once all that wears out, once it settles down, once it's like you realize that's all the person has, what you're thinking in your mind is, I can get this anyway. Now, woman, and I'm speaking from a man's point of view, now, woman, what else do you have to offer me? Do you, like I said, are you keeping my house clean? Are you keeping yourself clean? Are you cooking? Would you be a great child rearer? Are you out there doing what you need to do to take care of yourself? Even if I provide everything, would you use everything for the benefit of this house? Because it's always house number one. If you don't have the tools to be a quote unquote wife, he's not going to marry you, or he's not going to marry you for long. Heck, if he don't have the tools to be a husband, he's really not going to know what tools you should have to be a wife, and vice versa. So then he's probably not going to marry you because he don't know what. So my thing is, you have to vet who you trying to get with. And it's a process. It's not a overnight thing. We just going to meet, we're going to school. But yeah, everybody, wants to have relations. It's the easiest thing to do. You can do it. You know what I'm saying? Once you get old enough and you get hormones, first thing you do, between your legs, start feeling kind of some type of way. Start tingling. You find a way to relieve, find a way to relieve that pressure, whatever you call it. But the way things are going nowadays, it's not going to get better. You have to get back to long-term courting and like I got some notes here, like it says it's called courting. You have to prove your value to your potential spouse. Just like they say it's best for a man to, have a trade, best for him to have a house, have land or something, making money already, sell it down, getting stuff, have it structured, this foundation in place before he finds a wife. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and for, in the way it's supposed to be, as it comes to the girls, the father is supposed to have guardianship over the single daughters. So the daughter is not supposed to leave the house until it's time for her to get married, even if she's courting somebody. You don't leave them alone, and y'all meet with each families and they meet each other for, over a extended period of time, and you figure it out. And you figure out if it'll work or not. Nothing is 100%, but you try to make sure that, hey, this may work or this may not work. That's how it's supposed to do. It's a supervision of courtship to mitigate. You need supervision of courtship to mitigate temptations of abuse, whether it's sexual, emotional, or financial. You got these women out here talking about black men need to protect them. Truth be told, we're only supposed to protect those that are under us. So if we're married, we protect our wives, or if we got kids, we protect our daughters. You know what I'm saying? As long as they're single. We don't protect those. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be protected by your dad or granddad or older brothers or whatever the case may be while you're single, while you're young and single or whatever. We've done it all wrong. And I am guilty, I can say, of it being part of that also. We have done it all wrong, so it's time to get it back and return to the way it's supposed to be. Another point, you're supposed to maintain sexual purity. During the courtship, we can holler, you could be, say, courtship or engaged or whatever the case. The marriage is consummated through the sexual act. Once y'all have a sexual act, then y'all are officially married. Before that, not supposed to happen. I mean, that's one of them things where you have to show restraint, you have to show maturity. And again, I'm guilty of it. We all guilty of it. I ain't gonna say all. I ain't gonna say nothing about nobody else. Like I say, I've been guilty of it. So like I say, you trying to teach different, trying to teach the kids different, trying to show them your life and how it went and how it wasn't perfect. Like I say, me, I changed stuff in my life. Like I said, my kids would be a lot younger than they are now. Period. My oldest daughter would probably be 3 years younger than what my youngest daughter is right now. See what I'm saying? Or 2, yeah. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I would have did things different. Same kids, of course, but just pushed them back a little bit. And as for the video, how do you know that he doesn't do things for her? This is just a video about me cooking for she's saying she's cooking for her boyfriend. One said cooking for my fiance every day. How do you know what he's not doing? Because again, if you actually courting and trying to catch somebody, I mean, shoot, you doing what you supposed to do. And that's the thing about the world. You're not really supposed to be worrying about what somebody else can do for you. It's about what you can do for them. You go in there and like the lady said, you put your all into these boyfriends and they give you nothing. Well, that sounds like a personal problem. That sounds like a problem of somebody who don't know how to vet the men that they date, that they court, that they are sleeping with, that they are having babies with. There's something about either money or protection or a thug look or whatever the case may be, or looking like a looking power, something that's causing you to choose this guy. But there are a lot of red flags that you're starting to ignore. I mean, that you chose to ignore. So like I said, that sounds like a personal problem of somebody who didn't know what they were doing when they started dating. So if you're giving your all and he ain't giving nothing, you need to just get up out of it real quick. But if you were taught how to be the woman that you're supposed to be, how to be the wife all the way around, you would know what qualities to look for, because the person training you will tell you the qualities to look for, won't be out there saying, don't let no man do this. Don't let a man treat you like that. That won't be the first thing come out their mouth. It's going to be, hey, a good man will do this. A good man will do that. He would do this for you. He would treat you like, well, I can say the word queen. Well, he can treat you like the best thing, like a delicate flower. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Enjoy you like honey. Stuff like, stuff that's in the Bible and stuff. All those romantic terms and stuff. He will protect you when you need him. He'll be right there as a boy, because that's what you expect. That's what you expect. If you're saying that men are not protecting you, that's what you expect. You expect the protection from somebody who is not obligated to protect you. So you need to find somebody and get with somebody and cook for somebody that's going to protect you. They say she seems to be a chef and has, like I said, has a Spotify page, which I lost the dang on page. She got like 140 posts with different dishes. To close this out, we all have to do better. We have to come to terms with, some of the things that's happening. It's not right. There are a lot of videos, there are a lot of statistics that show you that the dating pool is very slim for women, for the qualities and the qualifications that most of them have when it comes to dating men. When you talk about women, that first thing they want to say is, they want a man that gotta be a certain height. Well, there's only a small percentage of brothers that are a certain height, that are over 6 foot, 6'2", whatever. It's a few of them, but not percentage-wise. Most of the guys that tall, you see them on TV. Or they're at the top of the corporate ladder or something like that. Something about height that draw people to you. Want a man that, making 6 figures, at least 100,000 a year, or 150 the way inflation going up. That cuts out a whole lot of men when the average brother makes 40,000, something like that a year. So that diminishes the dating pool by a lot. And then you're worried about guys who are on the down low, bisexual, gay. I grew up with a single parent, with a mama or a grandmother who, most time, grandmother raising the boy, she tired, she just let him do what he want to. The mom raising the boy, she showing all her meanness and showing all her not feminine, as in like a good thing, but the way, her vitriol of this thing for life and how, for his daddy. And that's all he's learning. So he's not actually learning how to be a man. He knows he has to be a man. So there's a conflict there. There's the issue that he don't understand what it confuses him. But like I said, and the dating pool, like I say, is small, which brings up the point of polygamy. Trying to get with a man that has more than one woman. And a lot of women don't like that. They feel like that's not the way to go. That's fine. It's cool, one man, one woman, vice versa. That's cool. I would say in the perfect world, that's the way it would be. But the problem is, when there ain't a whole lot to choose from, from a woman's standpoint, because it is, you go do it. But then another thing too, you do got to get out of your circle. And I said it many times in different videos, if you hang around a certain group of people and you keep dating and messing with a certain group of people, you're going to have the same results. If you are living in, let's just say, what's a little town? Ennis, Texas or something. Nothing wrong with Ennis. I'm just saying, like, you living in let's say you country girl, and you think you want a city boy, but all you doing is dating country guys, and they good with whatever, farming or working with their hands, blue collar work, what have you. working working as a prison guard, whatever jobs out there that's mainly in the country, and they don't make you happy, but you keep dating these same people, you're gonna keep meeting these same people. You're gonna come to find out they all saying that they doing the same thing, and then the first thing you're gonna say is all men are the same, all they do is just in the third. If you want a city boy, you gotta move to the city, deep to the heart of the city, not on the edges. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get in the city, and then look and see if that's what you really want. If you want a guy that's in the office, white collar in the office, they got a secretary too, work with females, who knows, mess around and might got a relationship, go out to cocktail dinners, with the co-workers. You get some of these women would get wine and stuff in their system. Might be going on these business trips, working late, things like that. You come to find out, he ain't helping around the house. Can't even change the oil, can't even change your tires. When it's on flat, and you're looking at them different, you may just want to go back to the country. But you can keep on sitting there talking about what you want and what a man should do, and you don't even know what you should do. You don't even know what you want to do. You don't even know what all men in the world do. The man you want might be living over there in Saudi Arabia somewhere, selling fish at the fish market. You don't know. But I do know you stay in one little spot and you keep getting the same, so you keep coming up with the same outcomes. Don't get mad because you didn't change what you need to do. But yeah, like I said, man, we got to start off. We got to teach the kids. We got to redo it. Get back to courting. Find you some. Go back to church. Well, go find a good church, or find some books on courting. So not dating, but courting. So you can teach your youngins, and you can learn yourself how to actually be in a relationship with somebody where it don't start off physically. Because when it starts off physically, it's dangerous, because now, like I said, emotions, the final emotions, the last emotion, the emotion supposed to be last, is first. And now you got a problem because you trying to, that emotion is so big, it won't allow the rest of the stuff to even rear its head. And so now you got problems. And this is why you have girls that'll burn and bleach a dude clothes, try to catch his car on fire. You got dudes that try to eliminate or delete these women because they got turned down, or because they want to break up, or because it got emotional, so early. It got physical too early. So now everybody's mind is just not right. But anyway, that's all I got to say. Look at her. Women, number one, bottom line, cook for your boyfriend, cook for your fiance, cook for whoever you're dating. I mean, men, if you go over to the woman's house, take the trash out. You understand what I'm saying? She got a flat, you fix it. If she needs some help with something, if she needs help with a bill or something, go on, pay it, because that's part of being a husband too. I mean, we can't have it both, can't have it one way and not the other, right? So if we want her to do, show her that she can cook, show her that she can keep stuff clean, show her that she can take care of her sisters and brothers, her little brothers, sisters, her nieces and nephews, show us that she know how to keep house. Shoot, we got to show her that we know how to take care of them too, right? Anyway, that's all I got. Tell me what you feel. Leave your comments below and then share it to the world. And with that being said, I leave you in peace, and I'll see you on the other side.